Can you hear me? Yeah, let's go for it. This year is end of 25 years of Light and Life Academy. When I look back, I actually remember lots of unforgettable experiences.
It was a roller coaster ride, exciting, and then it was survival, and then it was exuberance and the sense of calmness. The gamut of emotions from the time the thought occurred to today when we are standing at the threshold of celebrating 25 years. We enjoyed every phase of that. Like Iqbal likes to say, any picture has dimension where there's both light and shadow. I don't think we'll want to trade this experience for anything else.
To me, right now, it feels like 25 days. I just can't believe it.
Till a few years before we started our college, very few people could really afford to get into photography.
And in the entire country of India, hardly in any place they were teaching photography formally. As a starting point for the whole country, it was incredibly huge task. People gave us advice, don't do it.
Just keep shooting. Why would you want to create competition for yourself? Now who does that? Who packs up their photography business at its peak in Bombay to start a college?
Definitely somebody like Iqbal who just chases dreams. He was very young, he was mid-30s. And Iqbal was doing phenomenally well, much in demand and things. And then he comes up with this idea that he wants to set up a photography college.
When I was doing so many different shoots, I had youngsters come and watch me shoot. The enthusiasm and interest was mind-blowing. At that time, it struck me. I was so lucky to go outside and study photography, but these youngsters have no place to go and study. I started thinking, maybe I should teach. That thought itself made me go, wow, where am I going?
Some of the photographers thought that Iqbal's mad. My friends will tell me that if I get a bee in my bonnet, I'll just go for it. Maybe that's what happened. I said, if Iqbal is mad, I have to be a little madder. So the two mad people together launched this journey, and the rest is history.
LLA is the only institute that seriously teaches photography.
What you're going to learn in LLA is your foundation for life.
This is the place where I learned to see.
I found LLA in those Google results on the first page. And the best thing I've ever done in life was to click on that link.
I don't want to sound sappy, but it was life-changing.
Definitely this feeling of self-discovery that you will get.
1 year of staying in OT was I think the best experience of my life.
The best years of my life. The word LLA, it's like one tag to you and automatically you are there.
People just know that you're from Light and Life, you have to be good. We don't need to be around you.
It was a very beautiful journey and I think I got exactly what I wanted.
There is no college in India which is like Light and Life.
Really love this place.
Light and Life can do those things which no place could do.
You can never get over this place, never.
Light and Life is beautiful, Ooty is beautiful, Nilgiris.
I initially thought it would be somewhere in the vicinity of Mumbai. I said, yeah, great idea. Then he said Ooty.
Ooty? Why on earth would you start a college in the middle of nowhere? Agencies, the photographers, the equipment, it's all here in the city.
The location for a subject like this should be very, very inspiring. It should make the student pick up the camera and just go for it. In a city, you tend to feel a little monotonous after some time. Whereas in a place like this, we start seeing so much details. There's no visual block, no mental block. So it's only inspiration. So the learning is so fast. When we learn things here, we will never forget.
Interesting thing, we saw this land from the previous curve up ahead. Iqbal immediately looked at it and said, that's it. Slope.
I could almost visualize some kind of campus.
Yeah, that's east facing. You get spectacular light. This, that. He was waxing eloquent over the kind of location it was. And then he said, it has to be built with the nature. I don't want ugly looking buildings coming up. I want something which will blend in and disappear.
A campus on a 45-degree slope in the Western Ghats that's also eco-friendly. Who would be crazy enough to design and build that?
I was working with a cement brand and my client said probably the kind of person you're looking for is Mr. Jess, but he's the most difficult architect to work with. Me being the kind of person I said, then we want to work with him only. Jessim fell in love with the land. He fell in love with the challenge. He said, this is what I want. Build in the gradient. I want to use material which will give warmth. It was always function first. depending on what space and how it was going to be used. Now it's 25 years old and we've had no issues. We haven't painted, we haven't refurbished, nothing. The building looks the way it is now.
All these sunrises and sunsets and the clouds making you go mad. Coming here is like coming to heaven.
It's like as beautiful as it can get.
I'm so lucky. It's like I'm having a kind of bond with the nature. It's like escape to some other world.
One of my favorite things to do is just go stand on the terrace, do nothing, just stare at the valley.
It's so inspiring, you know. You can spend your whole day here without saying that, oh, it's time, college is over, let's go home.
You're learning about nature in a way, like Iqbal sir talks about hemispheres and all that. Where will you learn that while assisting?
I came here for the sole purpose of learning photography, but now I'm interested in birding, and that's something that I want to carry on and do in the future.
Only thing you look forward to is a great sunset and a great sunrise and your assignment shots. That was our life for 1 year, and that was the best time I had.
Now you're building India's first photography college. That's not something you hear every day. Where are you going to get the funds from?
We had this in the back of our mind, and Iqbal did say that institutes abroad are all sponsored by brands, and the biggest name those days was of course Kodak.
We thought, why not meet them and sound them about it. We just told them we want to start a school of photography. Within a few minutes, the whole thing changed.
Kodak came in, sponsored some of the buildings. And once we had that Kodak tag,
several companies, they wanted to, help us in whatever way they can.
All of that together has helped make Light Life Academy. Now, every student has to be very grateful for all the initial support that we had. Otherwise, the college itself would not have taken off.
So you spend a whole lot of money and time to learn to take a picture. Is there a real demand for this in India?
First time we talked about Light Life Academy at a photo fair, and there's so many photographers who came there, lot of dialogue and conferences that were happening around it, which made us feel that yes, that need is there. How is it going to translate into people coming and studying? We had no idea. So we put the cart before the horse, started the college, and then went around to the students. And then Morgan William walked in, and then slowly it started. First 5 years were tough.
We had the course as a 2-year course. The number of students were so less.
And when the digital camera came, it became easier.
The digital transformed the entire process of learning.
So a 2-year program could collapse to 1 year. The numbers kept growing and we couldn't handle the crowd that was coming after that, because we were very clear that we didn't want huge numbers. We needed to be a Gurukul, we needed to have close interaction. So we kept the numbers down deliberately, which was a good thing because now we know we have a huge family.
Ooty LLA is always home away from home.
Something close to home. That's what any LLA alumni would say.
Second home, second home.
This is my second home.
Second home.
Feels like family.
Iqbal sir and Anuradha ma'am is like my parents.
This is the most happiest I've been in my life.
So what's special about how you teach at Light and Life Academy?
Brooks Institute, when I was learning, one of the limitations I faced was not much interaction with the teacher. When LLA was started, I thought we should have Gurukul style teaching.
Iqbal and Light and Life believe that every one of us is born creative. And sometimes you might need a little more support and help in unlocking that. So people have different learning curves. It is just that they need to be given the right amount of input at the right time. So that's the philosophy we follow.
We keep getting teachers from our own campus who have studied here and they have gone out and they are practicing. When those practicing professionals come here and impart their knowledge, it is almost like instant transfer of knowledge.
It's just making me feel more alive, and the photographer in me is getting more level upgraded.
I don't see anybody else giving so much emphasis on practice.
There's always a level of confidence about your technical skills because it was drilled into us and we really had to get it right. So
consistency is key. Because I guarantee you, not just me, every student sees a marked difference from the first photograph to their last.
After LLA, we see details in everything. We're walking around, or even if you're watching a movie, we start seeing lights, frame, why the person was placed there.
I started shooting less. Instead of taking random pictures, I started noticing more frames and shooting slowly.
I'm clicking with purpose now.
In LA, the studio part was like I love it. There is no one to disturb you. You can set up everything and you can take your time.
It's make me to not be a dependent person. It's a shoot, I can handle a shoot. That confidence that LLA gives to me is like the best thing that happened.
So after LLA, you know you can shoot everything because you can apply that knowledge of knowing the surface and how light is affecting that surface.
Huge change basically in our personality as well and in our work as well.
Wow, such lovely pictures. But tell me, can you make a career out of this?
Light Life Academy was set up for commercial photography. There was solid dearth of talent. India had just become liberalized. Those were the boom years of advertising and a lot of images were required. So our students could do great work. But how will people know that they're capable of doing it? That's when we decided let's do exhibitions. So we took the work across and showed it to the advertising industry people. In fact, our first exhibition that we did at NCPA in Mumbai, one of our students got an assignment immediately. Third day he was shooting after the exhibition. The best comment I had was one of them saying that, 40 students' work has been exhibited here. Each one is so different, though they all studied at the same time the same course.
I'm studying with bunch of people age starting from 18 to 33. That experience is damn crazy.
Because I get an opportunity to work with everyone in my batch. So I love that.
Compared to a conventional education institute where everybody is one stream, where one type of people are only there. Here, people from different parts of the country and different backgrounds.
You can get inspired from every person in some way, and I think that's really helped me with my photography.
Light and Life Academy. What's the story behind the name?
So Iqbal has this philosophy. He says it's very good to be a great photographer, but it's more important to be a good human being. So if you want to be a good photographer, you need to be incredibly sensitive. And to be sensitive, you must connect with life. And life is not just, interacting with 3 or 4 people who have the same kind of mindset as you, but getting to know everybody. And there are people here, there are, the staff who are 30 odd. They're so wonderful. You're sick, you're not able to eat, they'll make you kanji. This is knowing that people matter. And that's what life is about, understanding people, their culture, their practices. And the more inputs you get, your horizon expands and you become more creative. And that's where you get the edge. It's not just the technical and aesthetic part of it. It is life that teaches you a lot of lessons. And that's why we say, light and life. Combination of your vision and your inner vision. And that's what makes you a good photographer. And that's why we call ourselves Light Life Academy.
Whoever comes in this college, they change not just as a visual maker, they take away a lot of things as a human also.
Learn numbers till 5. Orumu, Nala and Anja.
We cook together, we dance together, even we fight together, but it was very wonderful.
It would be great to come here and study again, man.
I'll carry each and every moment I spent in this college with me throughout my life.
Whenever we go to any village, Anna, one photo can we take? Just come and eat food, Amma. You take one picture, it's okay. Eat food and then go.
I grew as a person and as a photographer here. Academics aside, the place is very nurturing.
This course allows you to find out who you are besides a photographer.
In general, I've become a more curious person.
I was like a clay. LLA molded me into the kind of photographer I became.
Of course, we feel good when students win awards. But what really makes us feel happy is when the student calls and says, I did this assignment, I'm having a blast, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm enjoying my photography. That, I think, is the only thing that we look for. So when the students come and show the work and Iqbal sir looks at it and he says, oh, they have done something, they've solved tricky problems and they've done some great work. Iqbal feels what I think is how far they've pushed their photography that really matters.
The youngsters, they were actually growing higher and higher. That was something fantastic. I felt very, very happy about.
On our 25th anniversary, one thing I'd like to say is thank you to every single student who walked through the portals of Light Life Academy. This institution was built for you, and if you hadn't been there, whatever kind of infrastructure we create, whatever space we are in, and whatever kind of curriculum we have would have been meaningless. It's every one of the students who came, whether for the full-time program or workshops or everything else, which gave Light Life Academy purpose and meaning and made it what it is today. So I'd like to thank every single one of you wholeheartedly for reposing faith in Light Life Academy.